Welcome back to the studio at ECR 2023, dealing right now with innovative artificial intelligence solutions for radiologists. Now, despite initiatives such as Image Gently and guidance from the International Commission of Radiological Protection, many CT exams may be performed unnecessarily, and dose reduction measures aren't being used as they should be. Through the use of AI deep learning technology, it is now possible to minimize patients' exposure to radiation while providing radiologists with superior CT image quality. Let's take a closer look at some real-world clinical cases and how this can be accomplished. I'm joined by Dr. Kim Jong-hyo and Dr. Araf Saif in the middle, and Dr. Lee Jung-min. First, going in reverse order once again, tell us your background and your position with the company.
I am an abdominal radiologist and professor of Department of Radiology at Seoul National University Hospital.
I'm an attending radiologist in University Hospital of Tübingen, and we have a research cooperation with ClariPi. We go back then, even before ClariPi, we know Professor John.
Right.
We've been cooperating with him.
Great.
Both gentlemen are our clinical advisors and excellent clinical partners. I am Jong-hyo Kim, the CEO and co-founder of ClariPi, and at the same time, the professor of radiology, Seoul National University Hospital. I enjoy both jobs. I still teach medical physics and informatics.
If you could at this time just continue and talk about kind of before ClariPi, what was the genesis of the technology that you are now commercializing and presenting to the community of radiologists?
ClariPi was founded in the year about 2015, and that was a time AI was about to make a boom. To me, that was like a big tide is coming from far away, and that tide was so big, and this comes once in a lifetime. That's something I can never miss, because I knew that's bringing a big innovation that might change the radiology forever. I knew because I in my PhD work 30 years ago was about the exploration of AI potential in digital radiographs. So I knew that it's a beginning of a huge change. So I thought it's a time to begin something unique. That one dream coming up to my mind is I'm doing something unique, connecting two different worlds. One side is AI powerhouse, that's with the ever-growing, endless the potential, and the other side is a real world, the clinical practices where my colleague radiologists struggling many problems, challenge. They could be never solved with the current level of technologies. So I imagined that there's some new inventions coming with smart AI solutions are working very hard, working actively 24 hours a day and solving many of the current problems. And that's something I could make contribution with my background and the experiences. So looked for a partner, and fortunately, I found a good partner that has a business experiences. Actually, she advised me that imaging safety, radiation loss reduction should be the top priority, and made the beautiful name ClariPi. So we co-founded ClariPi, and that's how we began the journey.
I've noticed at the show when I walked the technical exhibition yesterday that your company down in the artificial intelligence expo division of the floor has really broadened its product portfolio.
Right.
Tell me a little about what you are actually commercializing today.
Actually, we have two types of products. One is imaging safety category. The other is imaging biomarker analytics category. Both are focused on our company vision, that is bringing radiation concern-free CT imaging into clinical practice. So you know the CT imaging is a Nobel Prize invention, and yet it's so much underutilized. Why? It's because of the radiation concerns, imaging safety concerns, high radiation loss, and at the same time the adverse effect of iodine contrast. That makes people reluctant to take CT examinations. So our imaging safety products was developed to tackle those challenges. First, the flagship product is ClariCT.AI. That is AI-powered CT denoising solution that helps reduce radiation loss dramatically. And our next imaging safety product is ClariAce. It's also a AI-based iodine contrast boosting solution that also helps reduce iodine loss. So with these products together, we improve the imaging safety of CT examinations. We also have other products in the imaging biomarker analysis category. For example, ClariPulmo, ClariOsteo, the Metabo, and Cardio. Those are all built on the same principle of imaging safety, and is designed to give more the accurate analysis of organ and body compositions. But as of now, we are focusing on imaging safety products because it's a fundamental of radiology practice, and improving its safety is our top priority.
A question to you, Dr. Jiomin. Has Seoul National University Hospital experienced certain clinical workflow issues that cause you to look for artificial intelligence solutions as a solution to those problems?
Yes, in our hospital we have 10 CT scanners.
Wow.
Among them, 5 scanners are quite old, like 9 years old or even more than 10 years since installing the scanners. And when patients underwent the CT exams at such kind of old scanners, they have to get CT images at a cost of a relatively higher radiation dose. Because those old scanners do not have decent denoising iterative reconstruction techniques. At those scanners, we have to use early version hybrid IR techniques. Therefore, even though those techniques can be helpful to reduce radiation, reduce image noise, therefore we can slightly lower the radiation exposure compared to the recently installed the CT scanners, radiation dose are relatively higher, like 30% up to 40% higher, and the image noise is also higher than those CT images coming from recent CT scanners equipped with the recent denoising technologies. So, from a patient perspective, they don't know they are gonna take a CT exam at which scanner. But as a doctor, I want to improve the image quality of CT images which were obtained with old scanners. And then we want to reduce the radiation dose by reducing image noise. So that's the reason why we start to have interest in using ClariCT.AI. As ClariCT.AI has two advantages. One is very efficient image noise reduction. The other is maintaining noise spectrum, which is similar to the FVP or early version of iterative reconstruction technologies. So without having weird texture sense, we can effectively reduce image noise, and then that means we can lower the radiation dose. That was very helpful as a clinician to give equal chance to the patients to get nice images from their CT exams.
And Dr. Saif, what's your experience with this technology in your institution in Germany?
We are doing couple of research projects with the technology. I totally agree to the points what's just been said. The advantage I see in this technology also is it's not depending on a vendor, and you don't have to have raw data. So where I see the advantage, we do teleradiology for 2 hospitals when we are on call. And exactly like you said, you receive images from different machines, different vendors. There are recent machines with newer detector technologies. There are older machines. And we have many tumor boards where very, very important decisions actually been made for the clinical decisions for the patients. And there's you have like a heterogeneous mix of images. Like there are many very good images from practices, very good images from clinics, but there are also not that good images or older machines. And the advantage of these technologies, or ClariCT.AI, is actually like you don't have to have the raw data. Iterative reconstruction on everything what we do with our machines, you do it on the machine, and then the DICOMs are sent, and actually it's done. You cannot change anything anymore. And ClariCT works on DICOM, on the DICOM level. So it's actually whatever we import in our packs, we can actually run ClariCT on it to make the images better. And of course, as a radiologist, it's always a subject. It's been always a subject since the actual invention of CT, ALARA principle, as low as reasonably possible. We are trying. We have many low-dose studies where we have proven you can go actually low with your radiation dose and still make the diagnosis. So it doesn't have to be that pretty. And these technologies make actually open a door where even the people who are like skeptical about these low-dose studies, they can be also satisfied. Like you will get a pretty images. And what we found in our research now with ClariPi, with ClariCT, is you can actually go to 25%. You can reduce 75%.
Wow.
Of the radiation and still look for our eyes as a radiologist pretty similar to the original images. So
Which opens up many possibilities.
Absolutely.
For follow-up
Even if you
examination.
Staging CTs, many oncological patients, they receive every 3 months, every 6 months, a staging CT. Pediatric radiology, it's also very relevant. Even emergency radiology, I see it also there. If you see the emergency department, all the CTs, what we do, it's trauma CTs are actually mostly they are different ages of patients. So I think it will play in every level a very good. It has a good potential, and this is one part. The other part, we tried to explore how these technologies can also impact workflows, like how can it make our life better. And we had a couple of pilot studies. One of them is we have a calcium scoring software where cardiac CT, you load it in, and the workflow goes like it detects all the and it detects everything automatically, and it tells you the calcium scoring. But it needs mostly some help from the radiologist. So a little bit correction here, correction there, like manual corrections. And what we noticed, we just tested it. We didn't know if it's gonna work, but it did work. Once we do a denoising with ClariCT before that, we can see directly this workflow is easier, and you have to correct much less or actually almost nothing. So this is a potential where we see these technologies can help CT perfusion, CT cardiac CT, all these automatic detection workflows. And on the other hand, ClariAce, I see the potential there is very huge with not only reducing the contrast, but also what I see there is also the images which are not that good. For example, if you are detecting a pulmonary embolism, and
Runs in my family, I'm well aware.
yeah, and you miss the phase, yeah, and you can use ClariAce for this, and still on a DICOM level, even if we got it via teleradiology from another clinic, we can still play with the images. And the same subject, tumor board with ClariAce, hepatic cellular carcinoma lesions, for example, you can play with the contrast of the images on a DICOM level. It's actually pretty practical.
Dr. Jiongmin, something I've heard in conversations out in the floor of the industry and also in here with other doctors when dealing with AI is that for a certain subset of image outcomes, it's very applicable, but it's hard to predict where it's going to be useful and its actual most effective positioning, and therefore it makes it a difficult decision to commit to using for a full spectrum. What's your experience been in your institution as far as matching the technology to existing images to reach this level of enhancement?
So as Dr. Saif mentioned, it is vendor-neutral technology. So we can easily apply ClariAI to all CT scanners. Even recent purchased the CT scanners, if we apply ClariAI solution to some image set, we can improve the image quality. So, and in terms of a workflow, as it is image-based, DICOM-based technique, after acquiring CT images from CT scanner, it automatically process the images and then send the PACS. So that means when we have exam opened on PACS, we always have ClariAI post-processed images. So image quality
For all images?
For all images.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
it is quite helpful for us to have quite nice homogeneity in terms of image quality over all scanners. And the other advantage of ClariAce is for the situation where iodine contrast is required. For example, if a patient has a little bit of kidney problem, we have to reduce the contrast, but still we want to maintain diagnostic efficiency of the CT examination with the reduced dose CT. We can apply ClariAce solution, and then we can have iodine boosting, and also we can have image noise reduction. So image quality
through the data.
Yeah. So the especially ClariAce solution is widely applicable for the oncologic patients. Oncologic patients usually get a regular follow-up at the 3 months or 6 months intervals, and as they receive systemic chemotherapy, many of them, so their veins relatively weaker than normal. So we have to slow down the contrast injection rate. So that means during arterial phase, the contrast is weaker than normal population in terms of the upper arm vein. So we use ClariAce solution routinely for oncologic clinic patients.
Okay, I'm glad I asked the question. Great answer. Dr. Saif already spoke to this about a potential of 75% reduction in exposure. What has your experience been in your institution?
So based on our previous retrospective studies, we confirmed that we can reduce radiation dose up to 67%. But the image quality looks similar to standard dose CT scan. But there are some doctors who still want to have still believe a standard dose CT is more beautiful, better than the ClariPi CT images with the reduced radiation dose. We make a little bit of a compromise, so we can reduce radiation dose up to 50% easily. But if we want to sit on safe side, 30% radiation dose is routinely applied.
And how do those numbers match up with products like ClariAce and their potential for exposure reduction?
You mean the number in terms of
Right, as far as a percentage, what can we expect?
The first regarding ClariCT.AI's potential for reducing radiation dose, as Jungmin Lee mentioned, we just finished the prospective clinical trial, multi-center, multinational trial, the Tübingen and Seoul National included, and that study aimed to see if the 90% reduction of low-dose CT chest scan is possible without compromising the diagnostic accuracy. And the second was that the reducing the radiation to 1/3 in abdominal CT, and see the same diagnostic accuracy was achieved. And we are now analyzing the result. Jungmin Lee is going to speak the result at these 2 hours later at the AI theater. Expect.
So it has to stay a secret?
No. Actually, for liver CT scan, we confirmed that 66% radiation dose reduction CT with the ClariAI show the non-inferiority in terms of lesion detection, especially malignant liver lesion detection, compared with the standard dose CT with MBIR, model-based iterative reconstruction technique, which is the most recent version of iterative reconstruction technique. So that trial demonstrates non-inferiority of low-dose CT post-processed with ClariAI.
Okay.
We did another clinical trial, a randomized clinical trial using ClariAce. And then we also found that with the ClariAce, we can reduce contrast dose by 30%. We can reduce radiation dose by 25%. So double low dose CT processed with ClariAce showed non-inferiority in terms of image quality, which include lesion conspicuity or SNR, CNR, compared with the standard dose CT scan. So that means ClariAce increase the patient safety by reducing both radiation dose and also contrast dose.
You're now in a somewhat crowded field. There are many more providers. Even some of the big players are purchasing AI companies, onboarding these systems and their own developed system. What sets you apart? What makes you a unique partner with your ClariPi suite of offering?
First of all, I need to thank Dr. Saif, because he and his colleagues were the first ones recognized the potential of our invention. Even before we started the company, it was maybe 1 year, 2 years ago, before, and we just published the paper regarding the basic principle of our technology. And just 1 week later, I got a phone call from chatting. They were very eager to collaborate, to see the potential in clinical practice. It was very encouraging. That our technology is so useful in clinically. That's a part of a motivation to begin our company. And if we say what's the unique thing in ClariPi, it's a deep collaboration across our full product development cycle. We continuously ask the feedback, the opinion from my colleagues and from the other clinical partners. So without knowing the details of what the users really need at clinical the application, it's impossible to produce the use of AI. So the collaboration, deep collaboration, I think is our strength. And I asked
as Dr. Safat mentioned, vendor neutrality or vendor agnostic.
Right from the beginning. Yeah.
The feature is the main feature of ClariAI or ClariAce.
Yeah.
And also, as it is image-based deep learning algorithm, we can apply it anytime to CT images. The vendor-specific deep learning algorithm should be run on the vendor-specific scanner.
Okay.
And then usually it apply at a time to obtain the CT images.
Yeah.
So timing-wise and also vendor-wise, it is very neutral and convenient.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That
Those
would be the
key ideas from we obtained from our clinical advisors.
Dr. Saif, you were the first one to recognize this as per the founder of the company. Go ahead.
A comment. What I wanted to add to this, it's we see a lot of AI companies are coming up in the last years, and the thing is, with ClariPi, we had a collaboration even before that with working on in this Lotus field, and I must say, Professor Jong is maybe one of the high-end experts who really understands CT and CT technology. And what I see here, most of them, it's always about lesion detection, about making things work, but actually they don't help radiologists that much in
Which is the
reality.
comment I got earlier
And
today.
ClariPi or the whole portfolio is it's you can really bring it on tomorrow to the field. You can implement it in the clinic, and it will work immediately. And the thing is, what I want to add, when we talk about ClariCT.AI and ClariAce and these products, it doesn't mean that you have ClariAce and you must do this workflow or you do this workflow. It's also possible to do both together, so you can make the images better and play with the contrast at the same with the same workflow or the same pipeline. So this is actually very relevant to mention. So you don't have like to decide I do this or do that. You just do a presetting, and the other thing is, it's also you can set your region, which region you would like to have. So it's the setting are optimized on this region, and even we played with
Due to local characteristics, biologic characteristics.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Like
And
a big theme.
Exactly.
Okay.
And even the strength of the denoising, you can make it higher, make it lower. It depends on what you like actually at the end. And this is this customization possibilities are very important for radiologists. So it's not like a
Exactly.
product, you get it and live with it, but you can still make it, optimize it for yourself.
Dr. Lee Jong-min, I'll give you the last word. We got a teaser about your upcoming talk. Where is it taking place? When is it taking place?
It will start at 4:40,
Okay.
and then AI theater.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Which is, I was down there yesterday, and it's full. The amount of attention being paid to AI at this event is like nothing I've ever seen before. It's really something else. So, right company, providing the right solutions at the right time, obviously. And it's great to see you guys getting the attention you are. So thank you for coming here during a busy event and providing us with some deep insights onto the system and AI in general for radiologists. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you
you
for
very
your time.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you for attending this live broadcast in AI, providing a view into what may be possible. Coming next at 3 o'clock, we'll be diving into a technical examination of the field of radiomics. If you find this interesting, I hope you come back. Thank you.